Hi, I'm Amy Vetter, and I'm here at the New Jersey CPA show with Ralph Thomas, the CEO of the New Jersey CPA Society. Do you want to give a little introduction on yourself and what you do?
I've been the CEO. It's my 20th year here at the Society, and it's been a blast to see how things have changed in the profession and with more change to come. So it's been really fun. You know, it's been a real interesting scenario with now 5 generations in the workforce here, and each one marching to a different beat of the drum, if you will.
Yeah, so is that one of the trends you're seeing in New Jersey as far as the accountants here and what they're speaking about or their issues?
Sure, absolutely. Certainly, you know, the 5 generations, but then I think the onslaught of technology is becoming an interesting, how do I want to describe it, trend in the profession, particularly with seeing how teams are changing, how companies are utilizing technology today to do things differently. So, and I think, you know, in that regard, the profession is going to have to change as well, and how they do the audit of today will be different tomorrow.
So have you seen with some New Jersey firms some real different type of technology innovation that they've already put into play?
Sure, we've had, you know, some of our firms, well, obviously the large firms are already there, the Big Four, but the next tier firms, we've seen firms that have, you know, started collaborative relationships with colleges and universities, all centered around technology, data analytics. On the academic side, we've seen colleges and universities start to put in courses and to deal with that skill set of artificial intelligence, because if they're going to put students out in the marketplace, or when students graduate from programs, they're going to have those skill sets in order to be more marketable in today's environment.
Yeah. So what do you think are the hurdles that, you know, they're surfacing that are getting in the way of them making those changes or actually moving forward?
Well, I think certainly from the academic standpoint, and academics will probably want to, you know, to smack me, but the academia is slow sometimes to change. So that's one of the concerns that I have, that you know, colleges and universities are in this area are addressing the whole data analytics and artificial intelligence issue. And then I think the other thing that I think is of concern is, again, back to the 5 generations in the workforce. We've got the baby boomers and the maturers. This is a totally new, different experience for them. So how are they going to adapt to that? And we all know that change is difficult sometimes to embrace and to initiate. But the younger people coming out, the students coming out today, are going to have that skill set, but the people that they may be working for won't. And so how do we bridge that gap? And I see that as one of the challenges of the New Jersey Society of CPAs, is what do we need to do to help close that gap between the maturers, the baby boomers, and, you know, our millennials and Z's and X's, whatever the number. I lost track. So that's going to be a big challenge, I think, for us, and a challenge for the profession. But it's something that has to happen, because otherwise the accounting profession will trail, you know, what's happening out here.
Right. Are there things that you've done to help with that, or programs that you have that can help the CPAs in New Jersey? Well,
I think so, yes, we have. We've certainly been, you know, putting in programming that will address that, even in our delivery of things. Instead of, you know, always thinking about in-person type meetings, we, with the result of our moving into new space, we're going to have a totally state-of-the-art education facility that will allow us to reach, I think, more people.
That's great.
They won't have to travel and come to a physically be present, but they will be able to, you know, with the technology that exists, be able to, we're going to be live streaming everything. So it's going to be a new thing for us as well.
Right.
So we're going to have to sort of learn unlearn, and relearn.
Yeah.
And so that's sort of a theme that's been articulated at the NJCPA level, and we're following in on that we have to do those kinds of things.
Yeah, and I think it's so important for the state societies to be helping the firms along
Absolutely.
that path.
Well, because it means that we're becoming more relevant to them,
Right.
you know, and if we're not, up and doing that, then why do our members need us?
Right.
So that's going to be a big change, and it's to be a big opportunity for us as well.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to change, otherwise we aren't relevant to our members
Right.
if we don't have offer those resources. And one of the things that we've really done is to try to provide resources for our smaller firms
Yes. So important.
in this area, because these are folks that are operating 1-, 2-, 3-man shops, and they don't necessarily have the ability to be how to do a better job at marketing their skill
Right.
sets. And so this is where we're trying to bring those resources to the table to help them move up the food chain line, if you will.
Yeah. So when you step back and look at everything going on between generations and technology and all these shifts, where do you see the accounting profession maybe 5 years from now? What's your vision that you're working toward as you're making changes in the society as well?
Well, 5 years from now, this profession will not look like it was today. How audits are done will change. How our CPAs and our members service their clients will change.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the whole landscape is going to change. And I think there's going to be a expectation on the client, from the client perspective, of doing more than just the traditional type of service offering. So I think we've got to empower our members and provide the resources to them to make that quantum leap into that area.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time today
Thank you.
to speak to me, and I think it's useful, no matter if you're in New Jersey or anywhere, to see all the trends that are happening in each state and how you can get involved and make sure you're taking advantage of all the learning opportunities that are available.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity for us too, because again, we've got to learn, unlearn, and relearn.
Yes, practice what you preach.
Yeah.
Thank you.